Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Wedding Cincinnati Style. I'm your host, Tony Ragone, and today we are visiting one of the Tri-State's newest reception halls and the only one located in Florence, Kentucky, Elegance Reception Hall. So stay tuned, you're watching Wedding Cincinnati Style, the show about Cincinnati weddings for Cincinnati brides. We'll be right back. Today we are joined by Keith Daly, owner and operator of Elegance Reception Hall, who's going to share with us exactly how all of this came together. This is such an incredible building, and it has everything it seems that a bride could want. Can you tell us how it all came together?
My wife and I, we own L&L Limousine, and about 3 years prior to building this building, and this is just a little over a year old, we did an interview with about 1,000 people, those brides and grooms who have recently gotten married, brides and grooms who have not yet gotten married. In that process, asked the questions, what do folks like most about the existing halls, and what voids there might actually be in the bridal business itself and the reception hall business specifically.
Now, the lobby itself is incredible. Tell us a little bit about it.
We have a couple of focal points in here. The first being our fountain that's three-tiered, that's surrounded on either side by a staircase. The ideal here is to make a nice picture setting so that we can have the bride party on one side, the groom's party on the other side, and then a mix and match as well. The second focal point is our crystal chandelier hanging through the ceiling of the first floor. Then on top of that, you've got the wainscoting, you've got the cherry stain, the marbleized tile floor. Again, we wanted to make a very good first impression in the lobby, but designed so that it's the size to house a single event as opposed to multiple events.
I see. Now, the lobby is beautiful, but I can't wait for our viewers to see the grand reception hall. Can we take a look?
I can't wait to show you. Let's go this way. You probably noticed the staircase. We designed the staircase so that it would be the focal point of the room on the inside. The ideal, again, is so that the wedding party can be introduced a couple at a time as they come up the staircase. It's also additionally a perfect spot for the bride to toss back her bouquet of flowers to the next bride-to-be, as well as the garter. One of the things that we had asked that people liked about halls was openness. So we decided to raise our ceilings. We probably even went a little overboard. As you can see, these ceilings are 18 foot. And then also the color of the room itself, we had a professional decorator. She did a wonderful job. And the ideal also is to have a scheme that would match just about any color that the bride would have. We've even got 7 colors in the carpet, so we can pull out the colors of the bridal party. We can do different colored napkins, of course. You get your choice of linens and things of that nature. We've got other features, such as we've got 12 Bose speakers in the ceiling. We've got the TVs that are connected to a DVD and VHS system. We've got microphones that are wireless. We've even got internet access for you. Whatever you want, we'll take care of you. And again, as I mentioned before, the mobile dance floor can be put wherever you want.
It sounds like the whole package to me for any bride who's looking for everything. You certainly have the extra touch, but what even sets you aside from other places is that you have a bonus room as well. Tell us about that.
We found out that folks did not really like a buffet set up on a dance floor. So what we did, we put together the room contiguous to the reception hall. So it's just a step away, but it actually does have that separation. It has a natural in and out, and we made it a little more intimate by lowering the ceiling as well. So it's worked out very well for us.
Now, are there any other places around the building that you'd like to tell us about?
Absolutely. We have the bridal suite. The bride can actually come here, get dressed for the day, go from here to the church. Unless they're getting married here, then they don't have to take that trip. But it's got space just for her and the bridesmaids. Right next to it, we have a meeting room that they can use that space as well. And there's a second large ladies' room upstairs. So it's just a perfect place for the bride. Now, the neat thing, I mentioned a lot of weddings are done here. We can actually take the wall and divide this into 2 rooms, and we set up one side up for a chapel. And then the nice thing is people will retire going out the double doors on one side, and then to the other side we've got things set up for the reception, and then we can pull all the chairs away and convert the wedding chapel into a reception hall, open up, and the entire event is there for the reception.
Now, what about options outside?
We do have some options outside, actually. This is a smoke-free environment. We do permit smoking in the front, but we also permit smoking in the back. And in the back, we have some bench seating. We've got some chairs with some umbrellas on it. We've even got a gazebo. It's very nice outside.
With all of the convenience and all of these extra amenities,
Right.
tell us about some of the catering options.
Well, that's what we do very, very well. We get compliments every single event, without exception, on our food. And we use Martha's Catering. We can also use Jack's Catering. We even have options if you want to do your own, but these are winning combinations we have. You mentioned this actual show, and we'll go ahead and throw in free hors d'oeuvres as well. And then, of course, you get the unlimited beer, wine, coffee, tea, soda. Everything's included with a single price. We cut the cake. We have the champagne buckets. It's just a total package. Makes it very simple for the bride and the groom.
Now, you mentioned that you are the owner of L&L Limousine. Can you tell us about those exotic vehicles?
Love to do that as well. Yes, my wife and I have had this business for almost 7 years now, but we have your standard 8-passenger, 10-passenger limousines. We have your sedans and your vans as well. But the biggest seller by far are our SUV limousines. We have a candy apple red Lincoln Navigator stretch that holds up to 14. You won't see that just anywhere. We also have a black and white Excursion that holds up to 20 beautiful vehicles, and then we've got the largest in Cincinnati. It's a 25-passenger white Excursion. It's actually a 4x4, but it's just an awesome vehicle that has a spare room or an extra room in the back. That's
Wow.
right. You got to see it to believe it.
Well, it certainly seems that you have the entire package that any bride and groom could want, and I'm sure our audience is going to want to know more. Can you tell them how they can get a hold of you?
Sure. You can go ahead and call us at Elegance Reception Hall. Our number is area code 859-384-HALL. That's 4255. Or call L&L Limousine at area code 513-671-LIMO, L-I-M-O. Or reach us on the web at www.lllimo, so that's LLLIMO.com.
Well, thank you, Keith, for showing us around this beautiful facility. We've really